we went to the building supply. They do not sell that stuff. So we went to the hardware store and bought some coil stock, and we're just gonna make our own. And that's exactly what it's gonna look like when we're finished. We'll put our screws in the top here, all the way down through there, hoping not to have to put anything here, because I want them to be able to just slide that out of there. So I don't want to put anything down here. That's why we're only going 3.5 inches. If we bend it right, it's gonna hold in just fine. I like the way that holds in. That's nice. That's nice. So we put a hem in the bottom, try to make it tough. Put a hem in the top, make it stiffer, and just put a kind of a bend just to get us out past our underpinning. And I'm sure in a couple places, Paul,
6 inches.
6 inches. Gonna run another screw at 6 inches up. And the reason why we're putting that extra screw is we want this to be pulled in at the top. And right now we've got just screws in the middle, but we have to pull the top in some. So we're gonna go 6 inches up from them screws, make it look, you know, real nice and whatever they want to call it, whatever you want to call it.
Uniform.
Uniform, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Paul. And we're gonna make it look just like that. What do you think? I think it's gonna look nice. That's gonna look beautiful. I like it. So you're gonna need a metal brake in order to do these, obviously. Just like that. Hem at the top, hem at the bottom. Slight angle to get past your underpinning, if it's sticking out at all, which it probably will. And put your turn bar screws right here. New turn bar screws. And all your low spots. And you're good to go. And you'll see that here in a minute. It's right to your right, right there. There you go. Now to your right some more.
You're right. Catch me here.
I'm waiting. You need to come to me, or?
I got a strap that will catch me. I'm good now.
All right, you're still catching right. There you go. It's coming. Yep, it's all the way to me. I like it. I like it. Yeah, it looks really nice. I like it. Don't fight it. I mean, don't try to fight it. Just take your time with it. You're gonna need a metal brake to make these. If you have this type of mobile home and it has this stuff that looks just like this that we took out, you're not gonna be able to buy it. So you're gonna have to make it yourself or bring it to a metal shop and have it made. We tried to pop a line, as you see right here, from one end to the other. But with the ups and downs that this trailer has down through there, which we can't do anything about, to be honest with you, it just is what it is. We couldn't go with that because it gave us too short, and we wanted this to look conformative all the way down through there, right to that edge was our whole intentions for this thing. So that's the way we're gonna run it. Being there's no way we can go behind that deck, we're trying to get this to join with that piece and at least get some kind of an overlap. So he's just trying to clear space in the front of that 2x12, whatever that is, 2x10. So our flashing will go back just behind that and overlap somewhat. You have to have some kind of overlap. So when you're doing this, it's going to be fly as you go, figure it out as you go. Yes, way down from me. He's going to try to get his bottom edge in behind that piece of wood. Then I'm going to try to push it in. We got what we wanted. We got that little bit of overlap in there. So now we are what we would consider flashed. It's not flashed like an inch or so over, but it's there, and we'll use sealant for that. There's nothing I can do about behind that deck, obviously, at this point. This is where the door is, right down on the deck. But we're gonna make this the very best that we can. And I sure do like the way this is turning out. This is the original piece of metal. And so I just matched it, basically. Matched it. That's all I could do. You can't buy it. So I just matched it. I think that's gonna turn out pretty nice. Working our way around. Got all the pieces laid out. That straight run should be fairly easy. Just keep moving your way around, making sure that your ends are even where they're supposed to be. Make sure your ends are all even. What we're looking for is where our bend is to be basically at the bottom of the mobile home metal. Don't create one of them. Go back to your seam and fix that first. Fix that. You don't want to make one of them. You'll make it all the way down through there. That's one thing about this metal. You don't want to make bubbles in it. Yeah, there's one. There's that screw right there. Put it just the screws where they were. I'd probably not go so far apart. Where there's a bubble in the side there and push it in like that is what I would do. That's gonna keep the bubble out. Work your way down through it, you know. Make sure you're not creating one at the end, right? Yeah. That's the way we want to do it. You can get this metal start bowing all over the place and end up with a big bow out here. So you want to be careful how you screw it down, that it's going to be even all the way through. And it makes a difference. Your screws make a difference. You don't want to put one there and actually put one here and have a bow in the middle that you got to work out. So you probably want to work your way down that piece. If you see a bow, if it's working out fine down through there, don't worry about it. But if you see something going on in the metal, you don't want to make the bow worse. All right. Do it. Yep. I need to go up there a little bit, that little belly right there. Just oh, too much. Let me look at it. Let go. Yeah, that's it right there. It looks great. Get them as straight as we can too. When you're putting them screws in, it's very important they go back straight. We got a little pull apart here, so we want to make sure we get this back.
Take that screw out.
Huh?
Take that screw out.
Yeah, I like to get that back because that's not much lap right there. We made our pieces, what, 10 feet, Paul? Each?
20 feet.
Right around 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 feet, 12 feet. The ends 12 feet.
Yes, the ends we made so that they would go all the way. Just kind of hold your metal out. Hold your metal out. There you go. I'm up. Oh, right there. No, I got it. I see it. I'm just trying to get it so they can see the whole deal. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, man, that sits in nice and tight right there, Paul. Both on the face and the trailer. I like that. That worked out really nice. Work on your bubbles. Work on any bubbles. That one to your right, as long as you're not screwing in it. Hey, as long as you're not screwing in it, Paul. Yeah, you want to start by that. Just making sure that's in. so much. So nice, really needy. Like a fine wine. And it follows exactly the trailer, Paul.
Yeah, right.
It follows the trailer just perfectly. That's what I would do. I would do just exactly that. Get out of my video.
I don't want to be in it.
Now I feel like the underpinning is done once I get all these screws in. I'm going to get some screws, a screw gun, I'm going to screw this thing off. This part of it will be finished, everybody. I want to thank everybody for stopping by my channel. We do a lot of mobile home repair on this channel, as you notice. We did the floors inside. We built the structure underneath for the underpinning. We used the hardy board 4x8 sheets and cut them down so they worked every 4 feet. We made that piece of metal out of coil stock from Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever one we bought it from, I'm not sure. And we just basically bent it in the metal brake like this. Gave it a hem at the top, hem at the bottom. It just kind of makes it a little stiffer, hold up better. It's not so flexible and bendable. Put an angle so that it would come straight down the house, and then an angle out to get past the underpinning, and then another angle straight down so that it's matched up with the house. As you can see, we have a lot of screws to put in it yet, but when you're finished with it, that should be about what it's going to look like. All the screws on this house need to be changed. If your house looks like this, go down to Home Depot or Lowe's. Look at that. So you don't want this kind of stuff. You do not want this kind of stuff right here in your side of your house. Just rusting. And these are all pretty much rusted. Actually has a hole here, so you want to caulk any holes that somebody might have made in your wall. Check all them. So just look around your house, and if you see this kind of stuff, take it out and put a new one in place of it. Make sure you have a rubber washer on the back side of it. Let me show you what screws that we use. These are the only screws that I would probably use on the outside of a mobile home. Would be these right here. Panel tight metal to wood screws. These ones here I think are an inch. They're 1.5 inches. They look like this. Look just like that, about 1.5 inches. Has a little rubber head on it right there. There's the rubber head. That's going to go in till the rubber head touches. And when that rubber head touches, you stop. It's tight. And we're going to add one to every piece. And if it's me, I would take all these ones that do not have that rubber head on it and replace them. Every single one of them. Finished. All this will be painted with an oil-based paint. After it's set for a while, it's treated. You want to wait for painting treated wood. When it's wet, you cannot paint it.